Good morning. This is the Albany Parking Authority Finance Committee meeting Thursday, July 30th, 2026, 8:30-ish a.m. In attendance is myself, Bill Pettit, and Jordan Jones, board member of the Parking Authority. Yeah. I call the meeting to order. First order of business is acceptance of the minutes of April 30th, 2026. Have you had a chance to read them?
Yes.
Do you want to vote? Yeah.
So moved.
So moved. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you so much. Now, we'll review the financials. I'll turn the meeting over to.
Thank you, sir. Going over the June 2026 financial review, our goals and objectives, sustainability, continue to promote EV chargers in public spaces, complete the dog park at Green Hudson. Financial stewardship, continue to implement the investment policy to build long-term financial sustainability, implement the new capital investment set-aside strategy to ensure sustainable capital planning. Innovation, build relationships with parking-centered entities and attend conferences to stay informed on emerging technologies. Community, host the 10 years of Park Albany art event, which we did successfully. Participate in ESD's downtown strategy workshops, meetings, and open forums. Asset management, continuing to investigate our heated sidewalks project. Continue annual repairs and restoration work, and our organizational culture continue to provide professional growth opportunities. Jumping into our June overview, our revenue came in at $856,634, with our expenses at $639,757, with our net income of $216,877. with an available cash of $1.96 million. Just a quick note that our year-to-date revenue percentage of budget is 51%, with our expenses at 40%, so doing just fine. Net income history, revenues were higher in 2026 compared to 25 due to an increase in daily revenue and enforcement reimbursements. Expenses were lower in 2026 due to a decrease in insurance expense, computerization, and not having the wayfinding projects, the wayfinding signs project, sorry.
How much was the difference in insurance?
We paid it in May. We paid it in May.
What's the
Last
second
year.
installment?
Oh, yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we
sorry.
didn't
Yeah.
drop insurance.
No.
Moving on to parking revenues. Parking revenues increased month over month, and were above projections. Daily meters increased by 15,000, monthly increased by 3, and events decreased by 11. And moving on to our expenses. Expenses decreased in June by 40,000, but were slightly above projections. The increase in salary and wages and benefits, there was an additional pay period in June. Our increase in reno expense for our 2025 repair, and an increase in M&R because we had a new HVAC unit replaced at Quackenbush, which, Bill, you were here for the first one that we put in 15 years ago.
Long before that.
Right, so moving on to meter revenues. Meter revenues decreased slightly, but we're still above projections. The details in that is our pay by phone increased by $4,000. Meter bagging decreased by 6 month over month. In June, we did have a holiday that fell on a Friday. And we had two 12,000 plus days in meters, which occurred on a Tuesday and Wednesday as expected. So no new trends there.
Pay by phone.
Our app.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I was
Yeah.
like, by phone. I was like, this is.
Going backwards. Right, so our meter daily average, just reflecting the increase in revenue, is still above projections. Nothing exciting there. Our monthly and other revenue have been around the same amount since March, but have remained slightly above projections. According to our active pass report, we're in the black of 9 parking passes in June. That equals out to 2 individual, 4 residential, and 3 corporate. We're gonna see the reflection of the New York State canals decrease in their monthly passes, but we're gonna see that in July. You won't see that in this month. But we were aware of them coming down, so. Daily garage and lot revenue, though daily garage and lot revenue hit a year-to-date high, it did fall slightly below projections. Our daily garage 1 increased by 3,000, garage 2 by $7,000, and garage 3 by 5,000. I just want to point out that the warehouse lot that we're ending our relationship with in August did hit a high in June of $1,200 in revenue. I was due to the Knicks watch party held at the Lionheart on the Green. But that was only our one big to do in the warehouse lot, so.
Doesn't even cover the rent.
No, not even close. Unfortunately. So our revenue summary, for June, all revenues were above projections, except daily garage and lots. Event revenue is currently 92% of budget. The top 3 events in June were Forrest Frank at the MVP, Barry Manilow at the MVP, and Live at 5 was the R&B night on the 4th. Yeah, it's great. But it won't live for long though.
Since you're at the show.
Might want to hello, I don't know. All right, sorry, the 2026 mid-year versus budget. At the mid-year point, most of our revenue is close to or above 50%, which is a good indicator that we'll meet or exceed our expectations at the end of the year. Though EV charging has fluctuated, we're anticipating this to increase once we receive our quarterly payout in August. Daily revenue at our garage has experienced declines this year, especially with the decline of validations, which we've identified throughout the year. Meters experienced record high revenues in March, April, May, and now June. It is possible that customers opted for on-street parking over parking in the garages or have become monthly parkers. But also bagging revenue has increased like significantly this year. So that's really the main drive for why we're having these record-breaking months. A lot of construction, a lot of filming. Yeah, and I believe there's more filming to come because we were just approached again by a prior film crew. I forget the name of them, but so they're going to be parking with us again. Okay. Mid-year 2025 versus 2026. The comparison just shows what we've identified throughout the year, displaying slight monthly pass decreases, and additionally a decrease in daily garage and lot usage, mostly due to corporates moving out of downtown. We believe we'll start seeing an increase with the anticipated developments. Increased meter and special event revenue more than make up for that shortfall. The other income line is less this year because we no longer have that maintenance contract with Capitalized Albany for the Clinton market. It was like a $26,000 annual.
Okay.
So actually we're looking pretty good despite all the red that we see on there. So our debt service investment account activity, we withdrew $350,000 from this account to make our July debt payment. We also transferred $30,000 into our capital side. And in our short-term investment account activity, we deposited $120,000 into this account in mid-June. And we'll be we have a lot of payments coming out of that this year. So for repairs and just anticipated items.
Yeah.
So we just look heavy in this category now, but it will decrease soon. And our long-term investment account, no activity, yet. For our long-term. As we get closer to the end of the year, we'll put a little more cash into
Do we put
those.
any thought at both those accounts and sort of like eyeball what it might look like end of the year?
Yes, so we are thinking, we didn't do a second transfer like we originally anticipated into the long term, and I think we were expecting that to be around 350. So I'm anticipating to do that at the end of this year, assuming that nothing catastrophic comes up to cost that much, and then probably another additional 150 to 200,000 for this year's operating revenue excess. So we're looking at probably 1.6, I would guess, at the end of the year. But then, you know, with a little bit of fluctuation for the unknowns.
We don't have enough history to know that we're gonna delve into this for, any kind of time in the future. In other words, it averaged over the last 10 years that we had to take out 500,000 or whatever. We don't have enough history for that kind of.
We don't, the purpose of the long term is hopefully we never have to touch it because we keep
Right.
enough in the short term
Okay.
to cover those like unexpecteds to a certain degree. This is really like worst case
Okay.
scenarios. Like something really bad has to happen, or we have a really big project that we can dip into this for, but we wouldn't expect to have to use this. If you recall, 2020, we did have $1 million in a long-term account that we did dip into.
Yeah.
So something like that is what this is for, not really the everyday.
Yeah. Okay.
EV charging investment account activity, no activity in June, but we are expecting to see the increase in August when we get our payment for our quarterly EV.
Not too shabby.
No, this is we're gonna deplete this soon because we're gonna do our replacements, I believe, next year.
Cool.
So worked out well.
Yeah.
Capital set aside investment account, we deposited 60 grand in this account, transferred 30,000 from our debt service into this account. And I believe that's all I have. Any questions?
Okay. That brings us to new business. Is there any new business?
It's the enforcement meter quarterly financial review. So in our second quarter, enforcement had an incredible second quarter, coming in at almost 600,000 compared to last year. Second quarter was only 465,000, so they're really hitting it hard this year. I don't have a boot number on here, but I don't believe that is even, I don't even think that is what would affect this number anyway, because boots are usually only in about the $50,000 mark this time. So I think they're just out there hitting hard. We've had great weather this year, and I mean, they're killing it. Writing good tickets. There's not a lot of voids.
Do we get any phone calls?
For complaints?
Yeah.
We always get C-click fix complaints for enforcement.
Is that usually this car is in a crosswalk?
Yeah, it's usually something like that, but we get a lot of complaints that are out of our jurisdiction. So like if there's a car parked on a lawn, people get really upset about that, and we try to explain to them, well, that's we can't help with that. It's that you'd have to call codes, you'd have to call
Yeah.
APD or whatever the case is, but we get a lot of irate people about that kind of thing. I don't get any complaints I don't get a whole lot of complaints about the PSOs themselves. I feel like those complaints have went down significantly. I feel like the group that we have actually works pretty well with the public. And Bill, I believe you had a good encounter with one kind of recently, didn't you? So, we're doing good. No issues in enforcement.
How about the little bikes? on the sidewalk instead of motorcycles? Do you get that calls? on
No, I don't get a lot of those. Sometimes I get motorcycles on a sidewalk, which again, we can't really, we don't really have a jurisdiction about that sort of thing. I mean, if they're blocking the sidewalk, we can write a citation for that, but if they're on private property, there's really nothing we can't do anything. Codes might be able to do something about that, but.
that? Okay.
That's all I have for that.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there a need for executive session? I'm unaware.
I don't know, I don't think so. Think so? No, yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Then I'll entertain a proposal to adjourn. Second, all in favor? We are done. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.